Hi, my name is Eric Plunkett, and this is my oral presentation for the Quality of Character Project. I'm coming to you from Normal, Illinois, and I wanted to thank you for the opportunity to take this class and to complete in this master's program. The quality of character characteristic that I chose was passion, and I chose this for a specific reason because it's something that is important in my life and I feel has gotten me to where I am today as far as my profession. And I'll go into more detail about that a little bit later. Let's start off with some definitions. And the definition for passion, according to Webster's dictionary, is a strong desire for something or a concept or an ideal. Pretty basic there, not too much to go off of there. I actually looked up Urban Dictionary's definition of passion. I really liked it, so I'm going to share that with you as well. So Urban Dictionary um, describes passion as it is more than just excitement. Passion is ambition that is materialized into action to put as much heart, mind, body, and soul into something. And I agree with this a lot because I feel like this says this idea of passion, where it's your whole body, your mind, your spirit, kind of put into something. I have used that in my career to get to where I am, and that's kind of where I feel that drives my ambitions. My definition of passion is simply this. I think it is a driving force for someone to accomplish something or to accomplish an idea. So when I talk about my passion, I have two passions in my life that have really gotten me to where I am. One is volleyball. It's been a huge part of my life for a long time, and it's something that I love to be around and I love to coach. The second component of my passion is I want to influence people positively, especially at a point in their life where they're starting to figure out who they are as a person and their character and just simply as a human being. And how this all ties together and has driven my profession. I am a collegiate Division One volleyball coach, and so as you can see, I'm hopefully influencing my student athletes in a positive way through a very critical time in their life, like I had when I was a player. And I had coaches at that point in time, both positive and negative, to be honest, coaches that geared me towards who I am today. And I want to do that for my student athletes. And then obviously getting to be around volleyball and be a teacher of the sport is just the avenue in which I do that. But I do love the sport, and I think that's part of what got me to where I am right now. Let's talk about passion and kind of how it ties into a lot of different aspects of life and in sport. The first thing is how much passion is tied to emotion. Emotion is a great thing to have in sports, and I think it's almost inevitable to have in sports. When you talk about passion, you talk about professional athletes giving everything they have to be the best that they can be. And you don't see it in just in the professional setting. You see it in the collegiate setting, in high school, and even the younger ages. They give so much. They practice all the time. Their nutrition, everything is devoted to this sport. And it's obvious that emotion is going to be tied to that. So you're going to see a few pictures in my PowerPoint of players that just are showing that emotion, whether it be excitement or frustration or joy, whatever the case may be. And I think that's an important piece of what passion is and how it ties into sports. I do want to reference that emotion can sometimes be something that is volatile, especially the anger and the frustrating side of emotions. And so we need to be careful because passion is important to driving us towards success. But when you put that much in, and have that much invested in what you're doing and you don't succeed, frustration and disappointment set in, and that's a very fine line that we got to make sure we manage well, both from an athlete standpoint, but as a coach, seeing that and an administrator viewing that in your athletes. Let's look at how passion is explained in the Bible a little bit, and this is an important piece of again my faith, but also just kind of it's important to know what the Lord says about it. And so the first point I have is from Psalms 63 verse 1. And this is, earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. And this to me is a description of what passion should be like. I believe passion should be something that you're yearning for, like we should be yearning for the Lord, like we are starving and we are thirsty, and He's the only way we can really accomplish what we want to accomplish or satisfy us. And I think that's a pretty cool way to look at passion. And if we can instill some of that into what we do, we're going to be pretty powerful in what we do. The second one is 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all to the glory of God. And this is again ties into a little bit of that passion. So when I do something, I'm going to do it passionately, and I'm going to do it because I know the Lord wants me to take that passion and put it into something positive and do it for Him. And so that's kind of what I take from both of those passages, and how I feel like the Lord in speaking to us through the Bible in the sense of what we want to do and how we want to act when it comes to using passion. Passion and coaching. So I'm a coach, and this is obviously a piece of what I do. What I want my athletes to understand is how much I want to be better coach for them. And that comes from passion. That is my passion in life. And so I believe that my athletes are going to feed off of that. They're going to understand that they're going to know that how much I care about them and how much I want them to be successful, both on the volleyball court, in the classroom, as human beings. I want them to become a better person. And I think my passion, hopefully for my job, instills me to become a better coach. So that is doing workshops on psychology to make sure that I'm approaching athletes in the right way. It's obviously getting better as a volleyball trainer and coach and understanding fundamentals and strategies better. So if I have a passion for what I do, I'm going to take the steps to become better at it. And what that does is hopefully in turn have my student athletes feel that and see that and know that I'm doing all that because I want them to succeed. And then therefore, hopefully, they have a better response to me as a coach. And I think that's an important piece, is that how do we best reach our student athletes and how do we get the best out of them? And I think that is definitely a way that we can do that. As a former athlete, like I said, I've had coaches, both positive and negative, in my career that's where I feel like I can have the most influences just from my own experiences, and kind of do what I felt was really good from the coaches that I've had, and then obviously try to avoid some of the things that I felt like didn't work out so well. So that's been an important piece of what I do as a coach. I think another piece of what a coach does well is instill their own passion into their players. And you're going to see this a lot in a lot of different areas of movies. And I think that's a big piece. And we'll talk about a little clip that's later in the PowerPoint. But I think that's a great way for a coach to influence their athletes, is to show them how much they care and then get that player to buy in. And that's a tough thing to do for a full team. But at the same time, it's super important to get to where the team's goals are. And I think that passion and that drive created by the coach sometimes is something that the players or the student athletes can really feed off of. Passion and love are kind of tied together in a way as well. And Bruce Brown said this pretty well as far as why people coach and why coaches do what they do. And the quote is simple. They love to coach, not because of how much money they make, but in spite of it. They love to coach not because of their ability to lead their teams to victory, but because of their capacity to create an environment where their teams will play to the best of their God-given potential. And like I said, I think it's pretty straightforward there. You know, we don't do it for the money. We do it for hopefully allowing our student athletes to grow and reach their potential. The video that's in there is from Al Pacino's speech in Any Given Sunday. And I think you can see as it goes from him to his players how his passion for this speech or for this moment is rubbing off on his players and the excitement that they have. And it's a pretty cool speech. I had to edit a little bit with some cussing in there, but I think I'm good there. But you'll be able to see, you can feel the energy definitely when you listen to that. And in closing, I just want to leave you with a couple of quotes. There's more in there, but there's two that I liked a lot, and I wanted to read them here. One is from Oprah Winfrey. She says, "Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you." And obviously, that's what I believe. That's a gearing passion towards a goal. And the last one is Robin S. Sharma, and they say, "Leadership is not about a title or a destination. It's about impact, influence, and inspiration." Impact involves getting results. Influence is about spreading the passion you have for your work, and you have to inspire your teammates. And I think that's a pretty cool way to look at how influence and inspiration and passion are all tied together. So in conclusion, I just want to say how important passion's been in my life as far as gearing to where I am as a collegiate volleyball coach. And I feel how passion has been vital to my success, and will continue to be a part of my process. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me talk about passion, and hopefully you learned a little bit about me as well as the quality of that character. Thank you so much.